Durga Namaha. Hi, welcome. Welcome to this version of how to make a yantra. Today we're going to be focusing on Durga. Durga is the energy of the goddess. We're actually doing it as a special time that's celebrating the goddess. 9 nights of the goddess is known as Navaratri. And I have my paper, and I'm excited to be teaching you to draw a new yantra. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go through the first steps. For those of you who have not drawn a yantra before, take your paper, take a ruler, and we're going to find the middle of a piece of paper. So let's see. This is very approximate middle. You can make a little crisscross in the center of the page. There's one, criss, there's one, cross, and then once you have the place where the 2 lines are crissing and crossing, take your compass. Take your compass and maybe make it about 1 inch. Pretty good, 1 inch across. And then place the metal of the compass in the center of your piece of paper and draw a circle. This is going to be a guiding circle, so we might erase it later, so don't make it too hard. And then erase that crisscross you started with. So you definitely want to be able to see the indentation of the hole in the center of your page. And then once you have your circle, we're going to create the vertical and horizontal lines. So using this grid ruler can be really helpful. You can line up the ruler with the edge of the paper if you have a nice piece of square paper. Gives a little assistance. It's always important to spend time doing this initial cross, the long horizontal vertical one, because we keep referring to this again and again as we go through the yantra. So you're going to be happy if you feel like it really goes through the middle. You can feel your pencil goes through the indentation in the paper left by the compass. And then I feel like my compass could just be a little bit more prominent. All right. And then I'll go the other way. So I'll line it up with my grid ruler. Probably more the grid ruler than even the edge of the paper. Take a look. Yeah, I think that, let's see, this should be good. And you'll feel the pencil drop into that indentation. And then take your compass and put the metal in one spot where the circle touches the horizontal line, and then the lead where the circle touches the vertical line. And then we're going to bisect this, so dividing this space into 2 and make a mark midway. Then bring a metal point to the next intersecting place. Make some more marks. And then you should have 4 nice ones, 4 sets of crosses. Take your ruler and go through the crisses and crosses. As much as possible, go through those centers, but the most important thing is to go through the center of the yantra. These lines will be almost as long as the paper, not quite. All right. Then let's decide where we're going to have the top of the piece of paper. So the top of the piece of paper, we're going to do an Om. If you were really good at Sanskrit, you could write Om Doom Durga Namaha. This will be our mantra for today. Om Doom Durga Namaha. And then how big should we do this yantra? So the next circle is going to encompass the whole yantra. And then draw that circle. This is going to be erased also, so do it nice and lightly. And then we're going to join the horizontal, vertical sides of the square. So every yantra has a square shape as its foundation. So I'm joining the diagonals. The place where the diagonal touches the circle. Once you have your square, we're going to bisect, divide in two again, one corner, so 1/4. It's actually 1/2 of one side. So this is a whole side, this is 1/2. We're actually going to learn where the quarter is. So place your compass on 1/2 of one side. Trying to find new ways to describe this to you if this is your second one. So we have that measurement, see? And then we're going to bring the compass down and make a mark. Then switch. So wherever the lead and the compass point were, we're now going to flip those around and put the metal where the lead was and the lead where the compass point was, and then cross that mark we made. Then I'm going to take my ruler. I'm actually going to turn my paper around. Take my ruler. Line it up with the center of the piece of paper. Then I'm going to draw a short line from the square, the side of the yantra, to the circle, the outer circle. So that was one short line I just drew, square to the edge of the circle. Once you've done that once, there's a shortcut you can take. So go ahead and shrink your compass down, roll that wheel, and then put the metal at the center again of the side of the square. Place your lead on that mark you just made. So that's your measurement. That's 1/4 of this side. And then swing the compass around and make a mark on the other side of the square. And then pick up your compass and do the same thing on all of the center points. So we're making marks around the edge of the square. So you'll have 8 marks. Once you have those 8 marks, take your ruler, your long ruler, and make all of these short lines. So I'm looking at both ends of the ruler, and I'm also looking through the grid in the middle to make sure it's in line with the horizontal and vertical. And then go around. One more. So we have 8 short marks, and then we're going to join them. Sharpen my pencil. So now we're joining the place at the top of these lines where they touch the circle, and keep the line parallel to the outer square. Sometimes you have to wiggle the ruler a little bit to stay parallel to the center. Most important is that it's parallel. Your eyes will be happy with parallel. All right, so now we have those outer rectangles done.